Hi, I'm Mike Gubby from iSeek Blinds. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to install a single linked roller blind for an outside mount position. So you can see I've actually got those two blinds fitted here, and this kind of link layout is called a link layout number 2. And you can see I've got a left-hand control, whether it's the chain drive or the motor, and you can see when I pull the chain or pull the motor, you can see both my blinds are going up and down together. So this is a link layout number 2. So what I actually like to do is I'm actually going to take it down and then I'm going to reinstall it, and I'm going to take you through the whole process, but this is what we're going to end up with when we go back again. So if I just put those blinds in the up position, the first thing I'm going to do is just remove this roller blind here, and we've watched the videos about how to remove a roller blind, so we know exactly how to do that. We've got that guy down, and now I'm going to take down the main blind. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit here, because what I can actually do is just get my finger and push it through the end there of the bearing bracket and actually just take that blind down. So the parts I've got now in play, I've got a male bracket here, which is for my chain drive end, and remember when I install the chain drive I do it with that cover in the straight up and down direction. Am I in the right spot there, Sally, to see that? Mm-hmm. I've got my intermediate bearing bracket, which is where the two blinds are going to meet into, and that's what's going to create that nice small gap for me. And then I've got my second blind, or my slave blind, in place. So we're just going to start with this first drive blind, because that's always the first blind that we're going to install. Now you can see I've got my chain drive at one end, and you can see the other end I've got this male piece here, and if I just look inside there I can see a little series of cogs, a little splines, and that's how I can adjust the slave blind to make sure that the bottom rails go up and down together. And you can see that I can just actually push that in with my finger, but if I need to I can also turn this plastic wheel on the outside here and do that in the anti-clockwise direction, and you can see I can actually retract that pin there. Okay, so this is the first blind that I'm going to install. I've got my brackets in the right spot. I've got my intermediate bearing bracket in the right spot because I'm following my little pencil mark that I put on the architrave. This is the first blind we're going to install. So we're going to put the chain drive in the right spot. And now when I present this blind to the intermediate bearing bracket, I can already see that everything's going to fit, and I can see that I've got a little bit of clearance. So all I'm going to do is just push my finger into there like so, and because I can see from this side through the bearing bracket, I'm going to line that up, and I just heard a nice positive click, so I've got that this piece coming through the bearing bracket. So now I've got my first blind installed, and you can see that I can now go up and down with that blind there. The next blind I'm going to install is what we call the slave blind, and you can see that's got just a regular pin end on that side there, which goes into our female bracket here. But this is the other end which joins into the drive blind, and you can see that shaft has also got those cogs there. So what I can do is I can put it in, make sure my bottom bars are at the same level. If they're not, I can remove it. I can sort of wind it one cog back or sort of one cog forward and then put it in again. So just going to take it to this spot here. I'm going to try and sort of line it up by eye to start with, and you can see that I've actually got that pretty well right straight off the bat. If I did put it in and I put it in like that, where you can see my bottom bars sort of aren't level, and that's sort of not where we want to be. So I'm just going to take that out. I'm going to roll it back up, see how close I can get that again, which I'm back in the right spot. I'm just going to push that in place and push the pin end into my female bracket on that side there. So you can see now I've got my two bottom bars lined up, I've got my chain drive, I've got both the blinds operating smoothly, and it's as simple as that. Thanks for watching.